The Unholy Trinity, Party 1. This time, Alalu, Allah in Islam. Let's continue with the Anunaki saga or family feud. The Anunnaki referred to themselves as God and Goddess. Of course they will, because they want to elevate themselves, because they have knowledge and technology throughout the ancient texts. In the same way, our politicians refer to themselves as senator, president, governor, and prefect, and many others. Mankind, since the birth of the first Adam, which was not the first human, let's correct, since the birth of the first Adam, which is very modern compared with the first humans, the first species to earth, to be precise and right, learn to use the term God between parentheses when referring to his master creator. Is your creator, not mine creator, yours. Master creator, the Anunnaki. Because before the Anunnaki ever came into the picture, there were already others from Lyra, others from many other parts of the universe, and they are just, at least to me, they are the invaders. Our forefathers from Nibiru, your forefathers, not mine, yours, from Nibiru adhered to a strict hierarchy and numerical ranking of gods who ruled on both Nibiru and Shama, the earth. The earth is said to become Tiamat when they came here before Orion and Sirius. So this is this part, a conflict between Sirius and the constellation Sirius and Orion. Right? So before that we have what? We had the Orion Queen here first, investing on Earth first. Later, when the males came, some the Anunnakis from Sirius came. I'm not saying that they are from Sirius, but that they invaded Sirius and they started their base in there. They based themselves after the invasion of this quadrant of the universe. They based themselves in Sirius, and then that's when they started the fight with Orion, with the girls there, because a bunch of balls males fighting with girls on Orion, reptilian girls. So that's when they came here, and that's when Tiamat came first. Tiamat came first, then to see Anunnaki is Sirius. So with the number 60 assigned to the highest level supreme ruler, before the human race was conceived, you lie. That's why I'm here to correct your lies, your deceptions. They leave their supreme ruler on Nibiru, they lived, because my screen is very far away from me, they lived their supreme ruler on Nibiru, who became the first Anunnaki to inhabit Shama. More lies, because before that there were other races here from Orion and other quadrant of the universe who are lying, and Lyra. Okay, Alalu is just another Anunnaki. He's a modern one, modern invaders. That's what they are. This ruler Alalu embodied the number 60 as well as the title of a god over all gods. Your head. Anu was once Alalu's capybara. To serve as a capybara to a supreme ruler implies that you are next to the line to the throne, because the Alalu was older than Anu. Once that supreme ruler retires or dies, in due time, Anu and his sons, Enkaya and Enlil, would all be in line for the throne. When it was discovered that Alalu had assassinated the previous king, Alalu assassinated the previous king to gain the throne. You see, so this thing continues between lineage, among the lineage, and between and among how to say, generations. It's like a curse of killing one another for throne and power. Doesn't it looks like the history here on earth? Which brother killed another brother to create the Taj Mahal? Do you know about this story, the history of the Taj Mahal, and how one brother killed another? Do you know that? No, go find out. So the young Anu challenged the Alalu, an Asian ruler, to a wrestling match. This one cracked me up. Apparently, imagine two dragons fighting. Two dinosaurs fighting. Apparently, this was a time-honored convention on Nibiru similar to the ancient role of sumo wrestlers in Japan. The much older Alalu fell to the ground and Anu victoriously took his place. Alalu was now powerless and defenseless against the accusations against him, so he fled Nibiru to escape punishment. What Alalu did next changed the course of history for our entire solar system. Since Alalu was truly old and wise, he recalled a time when the planet Shama was first formed. The generation of Alalu was observed from an astral vantage, how a newly forming Shama was laced with brilliant veins of gold that permeated the entire planet. True gold was not found on Nibiru. The Anunaki were well aware of the unique properties of this versatile metal, and these unique properties could very well be what was needed to restore the decayed atmosphere ozone layer. Doesn't it ring a bell about the same predicament that we are having here, the ozone layer? Does it ring a bell? So they have a problem, decay ozone layer on their planet. To redeem himself, Alalu took possession of a spacecraft on Nibiru to make the treacherous voyage through the asteroid belt to Tiamat. Upon his arrival, Alalu immediately began to pan for gold. When he found trace evidence of the metal in the rivers and streams, Alalu called back to Nibiru and proclaimed himself the savior of Nibiru. Alalu then suggested that his discovery was so significant that he should regain the throne and the title of supreme ruler. However, by right, the older one supposed to rule, by right. However, since they accused Alalu, or Alalu himself did kill the other rulers, maybe his own father, to get the throne, then he lost his way to the throne. The governing council on Nibiru were both surprised and elated, to say the least, and they sent Anu's eldest son Enkaya. Look, that here Enkaya would be the oldest, in the other places Enkaya would be the youngest, and Leo the older, with a handful of supporting scientists to verify Alalu's claim. Oddly enough, once Alalu's discovery was verified, Anu traveled to Chiama and challenged Alalu once again to a wrestling match. Again, Alalu lost. Of course, it's not. Alalu was older. It's not fair for him, right? The other one was like 60, Alalu 70, in Liu 40, and in Kaya 50, or vice versa. So Alalu lost because down there they give birth, they make baby earlier, and he was transported back to Nibiru in shame, where he was put on trial and subsequently banished to live on Mars. So let's get this straight. Alalu was the first god on Shayama, the earth. No, he wasn't. He wasn't. He was the first Anunaki, but not the first god. The first Anunaki, perhaps, but not the first god, because prior to him, the girls from Orion were already in here. So he was the first Anunaki to inhabit Shayama and the first to mine gold on Shayama. Yeah, hey, bro. Say it loud and clear and more frankly. They were the first Anunnaki Elohim to come in, but they were not the first were the girls, the females from Orion. And while Alalu was the first to propose the use of gold to save Nibiru and repair its decayed atmosphere, he gets absolutely no credit for his efforts. Big deal. Good for him. In the eyes of the Anunnaki, once Alalu was usurped by Anu via a series of wrestling matches, everything henceforth that Alalu did was to no avail. Really? This poor guy, so bring him home. This poor guy got royally shafted, and it seems to me that he would be harboring a monumental grudge. A grudge I have explored in great depth. Read on. Yeah, from another religion, so as to overthrow the empire of his brothers and his brother's family. It's obvious to me that this is where Muhammad, Islam, and the Muslim God Allah come into play. After watching Cain and Leo reap their geopolitical rewards on Tiamat, Allah and his offspring, decided to make a last-minute power play. A mere century after Judaism and Christianity were married via the Holy Bible to establish the official global church state around 514 AD. Alalu made his move. When we evaluate the constructs of Islam as articulated by the Prophet Muhammad and the Al-Quran, it's obvious that Allah proposed a similar but different set of rules to challenge his adversaries in Leo and Enkaya around 62 AD. If you wonder why Muslims inherently disregard Jews and Christians, it's because Jews and Christians follow the offspring of Anun's two sons, Enlil and Ekaya. So this means what? Enlil is in charge of Israel and the religion. Enlil could be as well be Jehovah, okay, and Enkaya Jesus. So both of them, one holds Christianity title, the other one holds the Judaism title, right? But then there's the question, who holds the Eastern religion? Who is in charge of the Eastern religion? Who? Both of them or one of them? So which one? If you wonder why Muslims rebuke the authoritative secularist governments as well, it is because the secularists were instrumental in legitimizing the new Judeo-Christian church state from the very beginning. Even today, Islam is typically banned from Russia. Liar, I don't think so, you're lying. In China, okay, except by Russia, no. While Judaism and Christianity are better tolerated. Why? You ask the people what they do to deserve that. If I go to a country, I must behave properly. Don't commit crime. Don't do stupid thing. Then you will be tolerated. If you are rowdy, you are wayward, you don't know how to behave yourself, how you are supposed to be treated in the country, hey? Huh? You are an ambassador to your culture and people. So respect the people's territory, okay? You don't own the earth. So, are better tolerated to a certain extent. Not China don't like us. China don't like Christianity, okay? China don't like the Abrahamic religion sects, okay? China don't like. Don't bring that as only Muslim nonsense victimization here, because China don't like anything that's not Taoist or Buddhist, okay? So don't bring the crap here, please. Notice how Muslims build a mosque right next to or on top of any Jewish temple or Christian church constructed in the vicinity of Eridu, Iraq, Middle East, or Jerusalem. Shh. You drunk, cat? Or Jerusalem. You drunk? You are having nightmare. Who is disturbing you? Huh? So Christian church constructed in the vicinity of Eridu. Eridu wants who? Wants that sect there between Sirius and Orion. Iraq, Middle East, or Jerusalem. In modern times, we see this competition for real estate happening all over the world. Not unlike the battle between Home Depot and Louis. It's harder now for mankind to tolerate the constant discord between the two brothers in Leo and Ankara, between Jews and Christians here on earth. When we add a third flash in the pen, the rise of Islam, it has the signature of a severely mistreated Alalu written all over it. I don't agree. Soon I will find out it was Alalu who overthrown Tiamat. It was Alalu who threw her over with his family. Technically, we could say that Eridu, Iraq, Middle East, and the Holy Land belong to Islam. But for you, because the Hebraic people was also there, you know, right? So they were a single people before all these things come along and then separate by religions. So now you know why they fight up to now, the dispute between those people, hey? Now you know. And the Holy Land belongs to Islam, the followers of Allah, Alalu, for all the aforementioned reasons. I draw some conclusions though. I'm not a Muslim. I don't think so. If you are not, then you are the advocate of them. So don't tell lies here. Throughout history witness one person make a discovery only for someone else to take all the credit, don't we? They didn't make any discovery. I wish you listen to what I have to say here. This is male, doesn't know almost nothing. A male are blur, you know, and most female as well. Male and females are blur. The nation of Islam was founded by the offspring of Alalu. Yeah, but doesn't mean that they own the world. Doesn't mean that they were the first. Doesn't mean that they own everything. They own nothing here. Maybe own their place there in the Middle East, and that's about it. They even take the Inuit, no, not Inuit, it's another name for the people there in North Africa. They took that land from the other people who already lived there before them. Okay, North Africa. So what else they want? They bring slave from Europe to Middle East, and then when new children were born with blue-eyed, white skin, oh, they are Arab, they are Semitic. No, they aren't. They want it because those were slaves. The Agigis who were sent, the Namlus Agigi who were sent from Europe all the way down to the Middle East as slaves. Okay? Many years ago, 2,000 years ago, even before this new modern overturn of slavery. Okay? Then later they know how to cry wolf. Oh, because this nation, that nation is enslaved in certain other nations in the East. But they don't see 2,000 years in the make. They don't see what happened 5,000 years in the make. Okay, they don't mention it because they overwrite it from the annal of history. Okay, they overwrite it. There's so many things that was overwritten and deleted from the annals of the history of this planet. The original supreme ruler and the first Anunaki God on us. You hate the idiot. If the royal bloodline of Prophet Muhammad traced back to the Anunnaki God and Kai, yeah, that is one thing, but doesn't mean that Alalu is the first to come here on us. That's not true. And his wife Damkina. Then how could this be? The answer is simple. Damkina was Alalu's daughter. That means Alalu was the father-in-law to Enkaya. Okay? Anu's son. And that means Alalu was maternal grandfather to Marduk. And Marduk could be Jesus. Okay? Marduk is Jesus. Could be or could not be. They will say there's another one, but could be, for me, he's Marduk. Enkaya's son. To raise a few eyebrows here. No wonder some people, Hebraic people, don't like this Jesus. Do you understand now? So, to raise a few eyebrows here, this tells us that the Prophet Muhammad and Jesus Christ are both born of the same divine royal bloodline that traces back thousands of years to Alalu and Anu. No wonder Muslim loves Jesus but don't like the Jewish more than he loves Jesus, but they don't like much the Christian, but they like Jesus. Do you understand? Because they are related in one way or another. Jesus is not some supreme being, divine, whatever. There's no such thing. They are being like us, created by the cosmos, with technological power that you see as supernatural, magical. Yeah, because the Father himself is a sorcerer, mago. And pass his prowess to his son. So I was right. I knew I was right. I'm seldom wrong. I know I can make mistakes like everybody else, but most of the time I will be right in my intuitions, in my predicament. That's why he came to this is Jesus. Since I was 7-year-old, he tried to kill me. Why? Give me parental nights. I went into coma. 7-year-old child. A good God will do that? Why he did that to me? He and his father. His father comes with a black hood. Why? Why send me to a hospital? And he warned me when December 2021. to 2022, but it was not 2022, it was more than 14 months ago, okay, 14 months ago to 15 months ago, 2021 yet. He came to me and he said, you better be careful, huh? You beware what you say online. He told me inside the kitchen. I was in this room, and from my room, because I live in a stupidly ugly flat here in Asia, and can see my kitchen from where I stay, my room. And then I was outside the room when I saw that being again with that white dress, beard, there in the kitchen, threatening me once again. And in 2004, 2014, 2014, 2014 came to push me out of the kitchen. I live on the 10th floor. He said to me telepathically, he came for you. And I was like, he who? I didn't tell him. I thought to myself, he who? And then I walked forward the window, okay, the window. As I walk, giving the back to this being, he pushed me. I felt a push. As I felt a push, the entire wall of the flat opened up and I fell. As I fell, I saw I went to the window. As I looked down, looking down, I saw a Hesse black, those Hesse car for funeral, black in color. Yeah, that one. And then outside there, waiting for me on the door, outside the door, there was a man all in black. The men also have black skin, black face, we're all black. No, this men in white, men in black. That one was waiting for me. And this being that looked like the Jesus, he came to me, and then he just pushed me. As I'm flying down, I decide to go back. I say, I don't want to go now, and you're not going to force me. Then I make a U-turn. Zoop. I say, I command in this. Then I say, I split even. I say a bad word, and I fly back to my body. And I was inside the body already. Okay, so this happened. Why they are chasing me for? Now stop it. I'm not gonna lie, because I don't like to lie. I'm not lying. Okay, why I never told anything? Because I didn't have any much experience. The last one was this year, but I don't quite remember. No, it was not this year. It was last year. So for now they left me alone. Okay, why they left? Because they are punishing me bit by bit, but that's okay, because I deliver everything to the cosmos. They will get their karma soon enough. One day those beings won't get their karma. They are playing gods here, and I fool the idiots here who carry their favor. I call them the devil's advocate. You know who you are. Sally, you there in Brazil, you know who you are. So royal bloodline that traces back thousands of years to Alalu and Anu. And Kai's son, to raise a few eyebrows here, this tells us the prophet that this Muhammad and Jesus Christ are both born of the same divine, between parentheses, divine royal bloodline that traces back thousands of years to Alalu and Anu. For those who question my story, it's well documented that Damkina was married to Nkaya in order to settle the ongoing dispute between Alalu and Anu. Or could it be some differences between Orion? No, but Orion is the girls, nothing to do with the males. So some sect of Nibiru, Saturn, and now for the Americans, and some sect of Sirius. I propose that Prophet Muhammad was inspired by the word of God to write the Quran, and that word of God was spoken the spirit of Alalu himself. Similar to Jesus Christ, the Prophet Muhammad possessed many of the divine qualities that the Anunnakis, God, is exhibited in ancient Sumerian texts: healing, prophecy, resurrection, ascension into heaven. Resurrection. Did he ever resurrected? Even these Egyptians did not, because he was an Anunnaki. So for him, his chicken feed, pretend to die, is taken away from the body. Very easy. Then come back again. Okay, you come out from the body. Let's go back again to the body. Now, this time around, you'll come as a ghost. Okay? Come as a ghost in the fourth dimension. For your wearing a fourth dimensional body. See how it works? So not big deal. Oh, because he died for our sins. No, he didn't die for your sins. He died for his own family. He died for his own kingdom. He died for his own honor and the honor of his father in Kaya. Okay? So, the similarity between Muhammad and Jesus. The similarities between Muhammad and Jesus are not surprising, considering that they were cousins born of the same divine Anunnaki lineage. Yeah, and no wonder after I left Islam, I told you that I have been forced to embrace Islam by my ex-father-in-law and this ex and his mother. Okay, his family and him forcefully converted me to Islam. I was a teenager, and they like to target more teenagers. Why? Young people. Why? Because young people doesn't have the they don't have the maturity. They don't have mass consciousness, and they don't have maturity. Young people are still on the middle. They are still on the crossroad. They don't know which side to take. And when the devils come, the devils will sway you to the side that they want you to follow. Do you know what I mean? That's why my anger now. You know? And then when I left this religion, because it was given against my will, and once I was forced to embrace it, I transform myself. I become like one kind of paranoid person, and I become different. It's just like I walk in, come inside my body. I was not the same person, the same nice, lovely person. Okay, I was totally different, and I changed it back to myself in the 90s. In that book, Conversations with God, which I am still to find out who is the author of that. Could it be the Pleiadians? Who knows the Pleiadians? That book was my catalyst to awakening. That's when I left this religion. Okay, and the man was not pleased, but I told him no, and no. First of all, I'm here against my will, and I was embraced against my will. So what you gonna do now? What you gonna do? He did nothing because he couldn't do anything. First, we are living in a secular state. So what? You want to force a teenager? I asked him, did I force you and your family to convert to Christianity? No, right? Did I? No, right? So why you want to convert me? Why? I was a teenager. Now I'm no more. I'm 20 something. At the time I was 20. No, I was how old? No, I was 32. Yeah, 32. Quite old already. I said no. I'm no more that young person anymore. I have wake up. I don't want to follow religion. I'm being fooled by religion. And then he said the devil came inside me. Never mind, let this devil. I was having the devil before when I followed religion. Now I'm not full of devil anymore. Devil is the people who force young people to follow their ways. Okay, I never forced you to be anything that you don't want to do. I never ask you to follow my tradition and my family tradition. Why I have to follow you? What's so special about you all? I really got so angry that I even get a fever after that. We had a very big quarrel. And it was never the same again because I want to divorce this man and he didn't want to. I want to leave him since the time I came here. I want to leave him. I didn't know what Islam was because I don't know about this religion when I first met this man. When he came here, hey, what's this? Different culture? What's this? I thought everybody was Christian because I come from a small town and some other atheists, very innocent people. You see? So I didn't understand what's going on. So when I read, then I find out that there's many sects of religions, there's many culture out the world, and I didn't understand about that. So you must be careful when you force girls, young girls, who doesn't know how to make a solid and sounded decisions about their life. If you force them, you are a bloody male coward males. Shame on you all. All your family was just like this man family, push you over, tyrants, etc. They are the one who make people hate this religion. My children also, except the oldest one, the female, 39-year-old female. That one is a stupid female. Already changed husband more than 5 times already. Become like I call her Elizabeth Taylor of the East. I call her Elizabeth Taylor. You are Muslimah, but you keep on changing men. What's this? It's my life. Oh yeah, it's your life, but it's not nice. You just like Elizabeth Taylor. Go and find out who is Elizabeth Taylor. You want to be religious, but then you keep on changing men. Shame on you. For what? Wear that veil or want to be pure, all this, but then what matters your behavior, your attitude. Look at me. I never married to men, never. And about what I am now, atheist. And I never need to wear that stupid ugly veil in a hot 45-degree country. That's stupid to me also. Okay? So that's the truth why I start to hate this religion. Tyrant, like to force people, and I have all the right on the world because I have been used, I have been exploited as a teen. He kept me inside his family house for 6 long years, bullying and abusing me. If we 5 brothers, 5 sisters, grandparents, the whole clan, to infernize, to torment my mind, but I fought them all. I fought. The mother said that I had a devil inside me. Never mind, let me see that maybe this devil is helping me to fight the true devil who uses religion to try to be better than other people. But the heart is rotten. I tell everybody, the mother say, Astaghfirullahalazim. The mother, my God, I start to blow herself, want to have a heart attack. Yeah, must listen. I don't care whether I die or I kill, but I must tell the truth. And I was just a teenager. I had to fight for a right to just have my own house because they want to keep me there as their slave. Okay? Yeah, that's the truth. So I have all the right in the world, all the right, because nobody go through so many difficulties in life like I did, even as a teen. So, I don't like to cry. I don't like to cry. My thing is to fight. I don't like to. Sometimes I don't want to fight because I'm tired of the fight. The world should not be fight, but I mean to resist tyranny. So, royal bloodline that traces back thousands of years to Alalu and Anu. For those who question my stories, or document that Damkina was married to Enkai who had settled the ongoing dispute between Alalu and Anu. And then, I forgot, let me tell one more thing. In 2016, 21/6, I had a dream whereby I saw this Jesus or Muhammad, whatever. They were inside a hearse car again, and they would go, I was in this place, I am in this place, in the hypersphere where I have all dead people. I was there, and as I approached a Muslim woman, there were all women, veiled women, and I went there in my light body. As I approached that crowd, I saw like a pavilion, a pavilion, a room, a hall whereby they were conducting prayer. And I guess what? Who was leading prayer on front? Who? Jesus and another person. Maybe it was, I don't know who. Two men, bearded men in that white robe, once conducting prayer the Muslim style, and behind all the other males follow suit, and the stupid female just look like an idiot. And then I asked this Muslimah, which is a Muslim woman, I asked her, hello? Then she smiled at me and say, yeah. I say, excuse me, is it that one man, the one you are called Jesus? She said, and she smiled back at me, and I swear by God, I'm not lying. I don't like to lie, okay? I don't care who believes in me. So this Muslim girl smiled back at me and said, yeah, it's Jesus. I say, oh, okay, thank you. Then I come back to my body. I come back to my body. I say, yes, that's it, man. He is the one who's connected with Islam. That's why he wanted me to convert to this religion, and he's now chasing me, and he's chasing me like hell. Once I left Islam, he's chasing me like hell. Okay? Because I rather be a Catholic. If I have to choose a religion, I want to be a Catholic. Let me be a Catholic. Not Islamic, not any other, not evangelist, not any other. Let me be my culture that I came here to be. Why you strip me from my roots, from my tradition? This is not nice. Did not you, Jesus said, do unto others that to which you want for the self? Why you now go back to your word? You think that your woman is what? Is object that you can do and exploit as you please? Shame on you. Shame on you. That's why I never really want to pray for nobody, I don't like. Me and my some of my sisters doesn't like this nonsense of religion. I went to church just to praise the mother, but I was not keen or very close to religion. I never liked this nonsense. Since I was young, I am a 12-year-old girl, and I would go to my beautiful coastal area. It was very beautiful, very, very beautiful beach there in Northeast Brazil, Recife. I would go there alone at night. Nobody bugged me, nobody stabbed me, no robbery, no rapist, nothing. I would go there and sit down there and watch the waves, and then I would ask myself, who is God? Who is God? I need to find out who is this God. And I'm just a 12-year-old in the 70s. Okay, in the 70s, and the 78, 77, 1977. Yeah, I went there, and I would sit down there, and then I would ask myself, who is God? And then I would ask my sisters, who is God? I want to know who God is. And then she would say, one would say, God is well, God, we don't know, but he's the father of Jesus. Oh yeah, I don't know. Really? Yeah, I don't know. So I don't know. I'm going to pray for the mother then. I'd rather pray for the so-called Virgin Mary. Okay, let me pray for the mother. Oh, is it? They are male. I don't like. I don't like males. No, I rather female. And my sons nowadays, they when grown up, and they hate religion. They they are not very fond of religion. Although my older son married a Muslimah, he don't like this religion. He tell them in the face, I don't like all this nonsense. Please don't force me. He just like to be secular and let's say do as his please, because he already have 3 children. He wake up at 4 a.m. and work the whole day supporting his family, and wake up 4 a.m. and he told me I have only about 6 hours of sleeping every week. I say, you better take care of yourself. This is not life, this is slavery. Because I told you we go back to another country. Why don't you want to go? You want to stay here, so what do you expect? Of course I don't want to, I'm not that kind of force my children to do what they don't want. He's a 38-year-old male. But when it comes to their health and their mental health, I need to be there for my children. If they need me, in this case, he asked my opinion and he told me, and his eye already ready with lack of sleep, and he have to sleep on about 6 hours a week. And I say, you be careful, you take care of your health. They understand? Because he's my son, I love him. Okay, no matter what, I love my son. I love my sons. The other one's 27-year-old guy. I love them, and I want the best for them. And they don't like to follow religion. The younger one also is a 33-year-old girl, and she also don't like religion. Only the oldest one, the most naughty one, very hypocrite, follow this religion. The hypocrites, the ones who cover themselves up, the most hypocrite of all. So you don't judge people by their look, their attire, their clothes. Not the clothes that makes the man. What makes the man is the attitude. It's not the clothes. Otherwise, the people there, the tribal people, will go around do stupid thing and they are naked. It's only religion that, as it was told in the conversation with God, that people clothe themselves with clothes and then show they strip their evil attitude towards life in general. Okay, they strip themselves, but they cover their hypocrisy with clothes. So the similarity between Muhammad and Jesus is not surprised. Consider they were cousins, born of the same divine Anunaki lineage. Yeah, I knew already, so I knew it. I started to know it since 2005, when I have a big fight with this fellow here. When the second time that this is Jesus appeared before me. First one is when I was 12 years old and when I was 7, in 1973 to 74. I don't remember because I was a little girl. And second time was 1977. Now I am 12 years old. The third time was 2005, and when I would go through tribulation, he would appear. Like he's a baby woman. Once he appeared in my life, I go through tribulation trials. That time he appeared the first time I was 7-year-old, I almost lose my life. Second time I went through a terrible period in my life. Oh, I cannot even explain. A terrible time in my life is when these two idiots, older sister, one is 18, another one 19-year-old, bring the stupid book of a sorcerer, a bearded, ugly sorcerer from the Middle East, and start to practice black magic at my mother's house. It's not even their house, they don't have respect. Not that my mother was a Catholic. And that's what, so many things happen, so many things. It was a hell. And then next he would appear when, again 2005, I went through a terrible period. 2014, 2016, yeah. After he appeared, I got burned on my tag by hot water. So it's bad omen. So in the end, we have what I call the Unholy Trinity. Correct. Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, whose origins stem from the never-ending power struggle between the Anunaki goddess and Leo in Kaya and Alalu. And this not reason enough for the human race to step up to the plate and consider a more peaceful alternative? This family feud, this Hatfields and McCoy's debacle has lasted far too long. Yeah. I leave the leader with one final thought. The reader without one final thought. A spontaneous notion. Is the name Allah or the name Alalu not the one who hear Muslim women chant in their high-pitched tongue flapping tones? Yeah, of course it is. I knew already. When I first read about this name Alalu, before anybody told me, I already know. Oh yeah, that's it. Of course, it has something to do with that religion. Okay, so I'm sorry if you feel hurted, but the truth will be we cannot change the truth. We can keep it quiet, but we're not gonna move a mountain. We're not gonna move nothing, and then we're gonna become stagnant. And then life is not about a stagnated, rotten, filthy, septic water, but it's a flowing, moving, changing chain of events and changes. It's about looking outside the box and the context. I know that we cannot change nobody. We must change ourselves first. Okay, we cannot change nobody, but we are just telling our side of the story and what we know to those who have like mind like us, who thinks similarly to us, not those stuck it up, not the fanatic, because these people is better not even to to discuss with them. I don't like. It's for other people. This kind of material here is for those people who has open mind, who maintains their mind open, because like parashat, mind functions better if open and not closed. So later we'll talk more about this blog here. There's more things to cover, and that's all for now.